I will do three things in my speech. First, I will analyze this upper house speech, and then I will give my rebuttals to the opposition, and then I will move on to extension. First, after the upper house debate, we saw that they talk about the nature of the sports, and we know that, and then our upper house our opening government already told you that we use this policy because we want to change the whole society's mind. Yes, this is what we want to believe. We believe that, and I will move on to analyze this. His example of the black people in the Britain. That is because we believe that there is not that is clash between these two sides. That they saw the opposition side saw that gay people are not just to make play sports. They have assumption that they are ruin the value of the sports. But actually, our government side, our upper house have already told you that these people are. We have to give them the chance. We have to give them the access to go to go to the sports and to show them the best. Because the opposition side have told us that the value of the sports to go to show our best. But why not to give the gay people to give them this access, give them the chance to show their best? Why they didn't prove us that. Why these gay people are not just to go to these sports. Why not these people cannot to be the best players? This is the problem. They didn't give us the improvement. And I will move on to my rebuttals. They make assumption that they thought about that this kind of sport is very hard. It's hard to train. But actually, we know that the gays cannot physically different between the others. Why they are not just go to this playing sports? Why they cannot go? They just do not have the access. Actually, we saw that yes, we use this policy. We have already given them a special treatment. Why? Because they have already been discriminated. They cannot have any access to. They are afraid of come out. They are afraid to be famous. They are afraid to go to. They are afraid to go out. So they do not have any. They can have less. They have less opportunities than any others. We have to give them the more. We have encourage them to go to this access. And after this, I will move on to furthermore to my extension. Okay, one more point.
Yes, even if this homosexuals do not even believe in themselves, they cannot be better. They cannot be athletes. Why should we give the opportunity to them? Whereas there are still many people with self-confidence and pride to be in sporting teams.
Okay, I will explain it in my argument because in my extension first I will told you how this process is effect. Really told I will told you what is really effect to change the social norms, change the social how to accept them, and then I will told you I will answer your question is that why it is justified, why this is kind of I will told you the justification. In my first extension is that it can break we actually already have the visual circus happens in our society. We want to break this visual circus because the sports is really want to. The upper house has already told you that the sports is famous. The sports is have enjoyed. It have the media. It have gained the publicity. So if you play sports, you will be to be the famous. If you are really talented enough, you will be a famous, and then you can get the people's concern, and then people. I will make example. We know all the Sheldon who played a role in the actor like Big Bang, and he's a gay. But so what? Everyone accepts him. We do not hate him. We do not hate them. These guys are also always famous as well. So this is an example that if you go to the sport and then you play really very well, and then you will also be accepted by accept people will say, oh, you're just gay, but so what? You can do something. You can show your value, and you can do something. Everyone can do it. You can do the things. You are not different between others, and then people may accept this kind of the conception, and then to solve the problem. Can solve the problem step by step. Because if we just carry out the law, something like we are going to allow gay marriage, but this will not really can change people's mind. So we should change people's mind step by step to help them. To help them to accept one gay people, and then accept more gay group. This is a useful method to really to solve this problem, to help the more people to accept the gay people. And then I will I will move on to my next section. Is that why this justification? That actually this is kind of affirmative action. Why? Because that the gay people, they have already discriminated in the society, and they are afraid of to come out. They want to reveal they are more willing to reveal themselves. And we actually use this policy to give them the quotas to come here to play sports, and then we will and then you can come here and then we will play sports, and we give you the more opportunities than any others, and you have more easier to be famous if you are really talented enough. Actually, based on this, in this debate, we are not talking about it's not just because you are gay, you can come to sporting teams. We have already based on the qualified. You have really interested in the sport team, and I will give you this opportunity. Yes, this is my explanation. That so we don't think that the opposition side what they are worried about that is not existent, because some people come to these sporting teams, they are really interested in sporting, they will choose this one, because we all know they have already knows that when you get into the sporting teams, you will face the hard training, you will face the pain, you will face the medicine. But yes, they accept it. They want to go to the sporting team. So we should give them this chance. This is just in case, because they have already been discriminated. They are weak group in our society. We give them this access to they can achieve their dreams. And also, this is not only good for them, it's also good for our society, because it helps us to accept homosexuality group. So based on this case, I'm proud to propose.
Madam Speaker, the opening debate has talked about social engineering, discrimination, and talked about merit, especially in opening opposition. And yes, the closing opposition will expand the case on the justification that is really needed. Whether or not sporting teams should be the avenue to socially engineer society, and we believe that they're not the right avenue to do so. I have 2 points of rebuttals that's going to be different rather than the case. The first goes towards the opening government on the idea of changing the image of sports being masculinity. And second, about the extension coming from the closing opposition, but how they want to change norms and show that gay is as capable to do so. Before going on to those debattles, I will explain my extension first. And because this is going to be highly integrated towards the opening opposition and the ideas of changing norms, some of it coming from the closing government. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what are the level of discrimination that is inside the society towards this gay. Whether or not more social engineering is needed. Right now, we believe that the progress is already enough, right? They believe that the progress is not enough because you still have bullies in school. And second, the public policy, like what the Republicans believe are against gay rights. Ladies and gentlemen, on the fact about bullies, you already changed that how these bullies are given towards juvenile prisons in the United States. How they're even expelled in some schools, showing to other students that you have to actually respect gay students inside your school system in itself. And about public policy, they believe that the Republicans is always against gay. But ladies and gentlemen, right now in the status quo, you have an anti-discrimination act that if you want to go towards a sporting team, if you want to go towards a certain job, that these people, these companies, and also these teams can't discriminate you just because you are openly gay, ladies and gentlemen. And also, we say that in the current status quo where Democrat runs the United States system in itself, gay marriage is more and more allowed inside the society. How these have created precedents for more gay rights to be upheld. These first world countries' improvement that has a major sporting team that's seen as idol to the rest of the world, ladies and gentlemen, already shows you a precedent towards empowering gay rights, empowering gay equality. These first world countries have done so much and empowering it even as a foreign policy towards other countries. So second layer, how far should the government create those kind of social awareness and acceptance in a condition where the government has already provided so much civic rights, so much improvements towards these gay people? We believe that you don't need to further compensate for the society to be given a quota, because usually quotas are given towards a society that is deprived of their rights, that are unfair in society, that receive unfair treatment in society. We say that there are other ways to provide such things, and for these people to receive civic rights is not through putting them in national team. Because what does a national team do? Why do people actually watch national sports team and support them? Because they want their team to win. They want their national team to seek for the winning system itself, to make themselves proud, to have that nationality on that team. Sponsorship wants the best quality of teams. We believe that having a quota actually harms those beliefs, those ideas that it shouldn't be a form of social engineering. Why? Because in a form of sports, it can't be a social engineering idea. Because sports is the idea of entertainment towards sports is really big. How you have a market system inside the society. What the society wants is to see the best players, the best strategy, the best team, not as a social engineering avenue in saying what is right and what is wrong inside the society. You have that in school. You actually teach that as a morality, and we believe that you don't need to extend that towards sport, because when you enforce the quota, you need to concede that some bad players would be there just to fulfill the quota. In saying that not many people would want to out themselves still, right? Because the social pressure that the opening government shows to you that is still installed in the society, how they're less likely to do that. We say that you have to concede that there will be still bad people inside this team. And why is that harmful? It harms the cohesion of the national team as a whole. How these people might not run as fast. How these people might not understand the same strategy if you open up as much competition as possible towards the rest of the nation and having the best people inside these teams. We say that when this team quality decreases and it doesn't fulfill the demand of the society and what the society wants, it creates less people to watch the sports. Why? Because you can't deny that there are still, and the majority of people who watch sports are male chauvinists that likes the idea of masculinity. And second, how people will not actually want to watch the game because it's not as good. How people what people demand is better games. How from the 1970s they expect better players. And with the quota, what would happen is that it will have a less better team. They believe that it's only 10%. The 90% of societies is still good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 10% affects a lot. Having 2 people, having 3 people playing inside the national team actually affect a lot on their strategy. And even if you want to be in players, and if the coach doesn't choose them to be team players and rather have them as bench, staying at the bench, it won't even fulfill any of the goals that they want to create. Now, going on towards rebuttals. They believe, now, their idea is that can you actually change the image of sports by quota? What you need to realize that when you want a quota to have these gay people inside the sporting teams, there will be 2 kinds of possibility, right? The people who would want to stay flamboyant, and second, these gays who would conform towards this masculinity. Why would they conform towards this masculinity, ladies and gentlemen? They would likely conform towards that masculinity to be accepted in the team itself, to feel accepted, to fulfill the brand that the sponsors want them to create, the masculinity that the products bring. And we say that these people, when they conform towards this masculinity, it actually harms the movement of gay rights. And under their logic, that the social pressure is still there, this flamboyant would just feel uncomfortable. How they would be seen less capable, not as masculine as the others, and it harms the movement as a whole to create such flamboyant things inside the team. So under those conclusions, we beg to oppose.